Well, everyone, thanks for joining us. We're going to be talking about prospecting, but not the way you think. That's why Austin is here. You would think prospecting, door knocking, open houses, cold calling, which, by the way, I love, right? That's my background. But
Me too.
yeah, dude, Eric, I thought, why not bring in Austin and showcase how we can prospect for now and for the future? And I'll start with this, Eric. Let me know what you think. The five most visited websites in the world right now, if you go to Wiki, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and ChatGPT, which is crazy, right? And then they go up and down every month. But now that ChatGPT broke the top five, Similar Web puts them up in the top 10, but I'm going with the other option here. And I'm thinking, damn, like those five, how do we do it? And the first thing I thought of was, oh, let's go to Austin and find out how to prospect with all of these, right? So, what do you think, Eric?
We're in a time where we need to find alternative ways to prospect, be seen, step outside the box. So, in my world, I would probably continue doing what was working for me on the real estate side and learn how to do step outside the box and do something else in Austin's realm. So, I'm really excited to hear what you have to say today.
All right, Austin, tell me a little bit about you because this is probably a new audience
Yeah,
for you. So, tell us who you are and then let's jump right into it.
absolutely. Well, firstly, thank you both for the opportunity to be here. I am excited to nerd out with everybody about social media. I have been doing this for a very long time. I feel like I was put on this earth to do social media marketing, and that might make some of you cringe, but I love it. I've been doing this for more than 20 years. I started on MySpace as a 14-year-old. Tom was my very first friend online. And I don't just mean that I was on MySpace. I grew profiles to hundreds of thousands of followers and was able to build multiple streams of income back in those days from promoting t-shirt companies, local bands. I did email lead generation, which was probably illegal how that we were doing it, but it was the Wild West 20 years ago online. I even had an early SaaS program as well that helped other people grow their MySpace following. And so fast forward to about 12 years ago, 11 going on 12 years ago, is where I really started my professional career in video marketing and marketing agency world. So I moved from New Jersey all the way across country to California, stumbled into an internship at a video production, video marketing agency that specialized in the behavioral health space. But we expanded out a little bit. We ended up working with a couple mortgage brokers and agents, and I really got bit by that bug. I loved video marketing. I loved taking people's expertise and translating it into videos online to organically provide value and generate leads, and got pretty good at it. I moved my way up from being an unpaid intern to a paid intern to a part-time employee, full-time employee, eventually running that company. That led me to be head of digital marketing for several drug and alcohol treatment centers. About 6 years ago, 6.5, something like that. I started my own first company, social media SEO marketing agency called Socialty Pro. That's really where Tristan and I uh, became originally connected. A couple years into that, probably a year and a half. I think it's been about 5 years that we've been connected now, Tristan, which is pretty crazy. But I got pretty active on TikTok, started growing my own personal brand and following on TikTok. Gained a lot of followers there. Didn't want to just be the TikTok guy, so I figured out all of the other platforms. Long story short, now I have close to 4 million followers across every social media platform combined. I create all sorts of different content. I'm a affiliate marketer. I've created thousands of videos personally, well over 10,000 videos produced for clients, including myself as well. I speak all around the world, and I look for any excuse to nerd out about this stuff.
Mm,
Love it.
it's a good intro, man. It's a good intro. All right. Let's take a look at let's start with the biggest opportunity we have in the real estate world because you have a lot of real estate clients too. And I think we miss the opportunity to show up better in
Yep.
any of these social platforms to get business. Like, I just want to get business. That's it. I just want people to comment, reach out to me and say, yeah, I want to buy a home, or how does this work? Where do we start with that?
Well, you have to be top of mind because if you're not constantly creating content and reminding people that you are an agent, people forget. I love this. There's like an anecdotal story of a dinner party happening, and cousin Steve and his wife bought a new house, and they said we loved our agent, and the brother across the way says, why didn't you use me as an agent? And they say, oh, I completely forgot, because that person didn't talk about it enough. So you have to constantly stay top of mind regardless of where the user journey is at. Maybe they're not ready to buy right now, but because they like your style of communication, you're constantly educating, maybe you have a little personality in there. When they are ready to buy, you are going to be the first person that they think of. And so that's the importance of all of this as well. It's not just constantly converting. Go ahead, Tristan.
But does it mean I have to show up
No.
consistently? Well,
Uh, well,
consistently.
so showing up can mean different things. Showing up
Yeah.
with your face, but there's so many different types of content that you can create now. And you can have team members do it as well. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because I'm still seeing a lot of agents show up with I just listed this, I just sold this, and not pass through other parts of the opportunities they have. And you help out so many different companies. Like, what actually works, dude? Like, you help out doctors, you help out lawyers, you help out agents. Like, what do we need to do to show up better?
The best marketing lesson that I ever learned was to give your best information away for free and sell the implementation. And so that can be applied in a lot of different ways. So for doctors, for instance, you brought this up. There are so many search terms and questions and emotional pain points and reasons why somebody would need them in the first place, need you as an agent. And it might not just be looking for a house in this city. That's going to be great. But it's also about the local restaurants. It's the school districts. It's the crime rates. It's maybe they don't know that they're able to buy a house. So information like FHA loans or VA loans or all of this different information to help them out. So really just creating educational content that is evergreen is a fantastic way to continue to show up. And what I love about evergreen content as well is when you do the work once and do the work right, it tends to live forever on YouTube, on Google search results if you have SEO going.
Yep.
Some of these other short form platforms have a shorter shelf life.
Mhm.
But TikTok is a search engine as well. And so if you have a really well crafted video about the best restaurants in Chattanooga, Tennessee, it's probably going to show up forever, and it's going to rank top.
You make
So,
you make a good point.
So Tristan, how do we, and I love that, Austin. One of the things I think you're getting at, Tristan, is in real estate, it's real estate marketing to do videos about the best restaurants in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Because when someone finds that and then digs a little deeper or watches another video, 3 videos down about a neighborhood or a home, one of the things that if you're watching live or recording, everything Austin's talking about is real estate marketing. It's just not saying, here's my listing, here's my sold, here's my new, house.
absolutely. There's so many other ways to show up to get them into your funnel and into your ecosystem. We can jump into some examples too. So, because there's some really fun ways to do house tours and do listing oriented things to stand out. as well. Oh, give your best information away for free. Sell the implementation.
Yeah,
Give your best away. Mhm.
and Austin, on that really quick, just to head into the direction that Andre is asking, because I think it's a wonderful direction. He's got a question about specifics, and I think this is perfect. He's
Yeah.
asking, is it possible to direct the business I want, such as only over a certain price point? I mostly represent sellers over 1 million. In Austin, that could mean I only represent people on the island. I only represent people on the beach. I only represent people in Chattanooga, Tennessee. How do we do that? I mean, it's a great question, and you and I can answer that, but how would we do it?
Yeah, showing and telling. And so speaking to your audience, like when you're if you want to pre-qualify somebody, say in it, like if you are a high net worth individual and you are looking for a luxury home, let me show you what I have to see. Or if it's just in the beach, like and narrating for, and creating content for a specific area. So like what comes to mind for me, my in-laws live in Vero Beach, California, on the island. It's a wealthy island. All of the homes on there are several million plus. So by even creating a video on top 5 things you need to know about Vero Beach Island or the top restaurants in there, you're already pre-qualifying the audience. Now it's going to be a smaller subset. There's different nuances of the type of content in a content funnel that you want to create because you might be trying to reach the individual. But if you go a little bit more broad, um, you're able to reach somebody who knows somebody.
Yeah.
Uh, Adley, I don't know if anyone knows Adley, very viral content creator. This is kind of her philosophy. I saw her speak recently, and I really love this sort of mindset shift. The broader and more viral that you get, so there's different. It depends what you want. And I'm going to show some examples of that. What's her name? Lisa Dubois. I think you've seen her before, like where she does hide and seek in different rooms.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Her content goes viral, and she's in let's see, Northern Virginia and the Washington D.C. area. And so her videos are so funny that I'll watch them. I don't live in that area currently, but she's top of mind for me. So if someone asks me who is the best real estate agent in Northern Virginia, she's immediately going to come to mind. And I will send someone her Instagram profile because she's gone viral and she's so much fun. So there's different nuances there, but just kind of to circle back to the original question, talking it into talking about the qualification of who you want to reach and showing it as well. If you're only showing $1 million homes, you're going to attract people that can afford that. You know, I wouldn't show the cheaper under $1 million homes or talk about FHA loans, for instance, if that's not who you're trying to reach in the first place.
Yeah, you bring up a good point, Austin, with that. And I want to showcase, I want to show something because you can expand on this and people that are looking to see, well, how can I do business with the people that I want to attract? I'm going to just open up my phone and I'm going to show, just so you know where I'm heading, Austin, creator search insights so
Mm.
that people can see. I'm going to showcase, this is my TikTok right here. And you see on the bottom left is the home screen. That's where I want you to go because you're going to go to the search tab on the top right. The little search icon. I'm going to click it and then it's already there for me. But you see creator search insights there. And then you're going to see creator search insights, right? That's where you want to go because once you click on it, this is going to pop up. You've got a new screen. And a lot of you are wondering, well, what content do I create to attract the people that I want? To me, Austin, every morning I have this saved on my phone. But you see the content gap right in the middle? I go to content gap, and then I look for things with that red number that is skyrocketing way fast and fits the audience that I want to attract. So now I can go through here. It says building homes for poor families. Andre, that's not the people you want to attract, right? But you keep going and you can find one, right? You can find one right here. It's tell you this is practically what's trending, but what people are searching for, and there's not enough content, right? Austin, how do you use this, dude? Or how do you suggest we use this?
Exactly like you're saying. This is what I've done for, and this is relatively new. This has been around for I think a year, maybe a little less than a year, and they're constantly adding new things in here. You can also do off TikTok as well. You can do this on Google Trends. In fact, I was making a video for my faceless ancient history channel
Love that.
earlier today. So like, you can trend hack. So like I have an ancient history channel and I was looking at Google Trends and Iran and Israel are obviously trending right now, unfortunately. So I
Yeah.
created videos. I'm sort of leveraging that a little bit, and I'm creating a video about the entire history of Iran and the entire history of Israel. And so you can type in anything, and you can even type in your city on Google Trends and sort it by what's been trending over the last 24 hours, 48 hours, 30 days, 12 months, whatever criteria that you want. And it'll show you those trend lines. We have a lot of these topics in syllabi as well. I don't want to just overly shamelessly plug. But these are a lot of great ways. I mean,
I'll put a link in there.
there's a difference between evergreen content and trending content. And I think what you showed there, Tristan, is a fantastic example of what's trending, particularly on TikTok.
Yeah, and to bring up another point on what you said, which is like you're going to your history channel and saying what's trending, right? So we did the
Mhm.
same thing. And first, let me put up because somebody asked here. Here is Austin's link to Syllabi, which we'll show in a little bit. But if I take a look at the trend hacking, right? By the way, we're having, I know you just talked to Sean Cannell recently too, going
Oh
from
yeah, great guy.
3,000 to over 500,000 followers on YouTube, which you did. We have him on next month. So
Nice. It's
I'm going to
amazing.
showcase something here that we did, what, 4 days ago, 5 days ago? Um, I talked about how mortgages will change if we go into war, right? I didn't pick a side. I just said, hey guys, this is what's going to happen. 52,000 views, right? 256 hours of playtime. It also shows me like how it's gone over the last 4 or 5 days, right? But the important thing is you keep on paying attention to the trends that match the audience you want to target, and you get rewarded, right? So that I think is one thing we're just not doing. All right, let's go back now to Syllabi really quick because you also created a company that helps businesses in general create content. Did you just try to share your screen too, or no?
Yes, I did. I wanted to show before we jump into syllabi, I want to show another way that you can do this on YouTube
Go ahead.
if you don't, just to provide some more value for people. So if anyone's actively creating you has a YouTube channel right now, these are just my analytics right now. But if you go to analytics and then you click on this trends tab, it's a very similar system to TikTok's as well. So it'll give you ideas. It'll show what people are searching for in your particular niche. Now, this is all AI generated, but this is from Gemini, which is getting better and better by the day because Google has all of the data in the world. It'll show you other videos to inspire you in your niche. And so this is a great way that you can look at some of the top videos that other creators are making that are going viral, and you can create a video that's similar to that or adds additional context, um, uh, and you can tap into the suggested video views from that as well. And that's just another great way to leverage what's been going viral for these other related videos so that you can grow your channel a lot faster that way too.
Yeah, I love that, man. That's that's really good because now you're using data to make better content, right?
Mhm. Absolutely.
Going back to what you originally said, which let me see if I can quote you here, which is great. Give your best info for free, sell the implementation, right? I think if we start looking at our best content, the things that we already do consistently, this is where I'm going to bring in Breakthrough Broker, Austin, which is Eric's company. If we look at, let's take a look at Breakthrough Broker right here, where I'm looking on the back end. If we have the best information possible for our clients, let's just take a look at the seller roadmap. Andre, I'm going back to you. The luxury seller roadmap, right? For, get very specific, for buying a home in Malibu. That's so damn specific. And the thing that
Mhm.
Austin's done so well is he relies on the algorithm of where he's posting. And by the way, the algorithm just means people,
Mhm.
right? The algorithm to find those people that are interested in this for him. And he's saying, just give the best value. So why don't you create this roadmap that you're going to give out and put as much great possible info and details that you have and just make a video on it. And it could be a crappy video. Like it's the content that matters. You could be all shaking up and being like, and doing with your iPhone. And that doesn't matter. What matters is the content now. The algorithm will find it and feed it to those people, and then they'll do business with you. That's how it works. Austin, can you expand on that?
Just do it consistently. That's I think you nailed it. These platforms, these algorithms are so good at this point. They know you better than you know you. So if you literally just speak to who you want to reach and you show up consistently and don't hold anything back, just give incredible information. You can pretty it up a little bit, don't think that you have to know how to be the best editor in order to start. Just start. Um, like Tristan was saying, and I still do this. Like my videos get tens of millions of views, millions of views, and a lot of them are just shot selfie mode on my camera. And I might use a tripod. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I literally just prop it up on my laptop like this. Um, it doesn't have to be fancy. I mean, we get in our own way. We're our own worst enemies. You are enough. The education, the experience, the expertise that you have is enough. There are people that need the information that you have. They might not even know it yet. That's how powerful these algorithms are. Is that TikTok, for instance, I'll give you another example of some of these things outside of TikTok. Is Target got in trouble for this one time. That Target has so much data that based on your buying habits, they can make predictive things for you, and they will print out coupons. So, for instance, there was a young girl, I think 17, that was making some purchases that indicated that she was pregnant, and she didn't know that she was pregnant. So
Oh,
Target started to print out like pregnancy test and baby food coupons and stuff like that because it predicted that she was pregnant before she was actually pregnant. That's crazy. And that's how
really?
these algorithms are working as well. And so, based on what you're searching for, it's going to show you more related content. So, I don't I'm getting ready to buy a house in Wilmington, North Carolina, for instance,
Austin, do
because
you have a real estate agent, damn it?
not in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Okay. Just hit me up. I'll find
So
you.
I will. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Um, and perfect example. I'm speaking something into existence and it's happening, right? And so, but I'll do some searches on like restaurants or beach that towns, things to do in Wilmington, right? I'm sending these signals to the platform, like it. So it's showing me more videos related to Wilmington. Um,
I,
try,
I'm gonna I'm gonna add one thing, and then you can answer that question, Austin, on what you're saying, because I think the piece that people are missing is the consistency piece in showing up, right?
Oh yeah.
And
Mhm.
Andre or Andrea, I'm sorry if I messed that whole thing up. Is it number one, Andre? Is it, or is it number two, Andrea?
Andrea.
I think it's Andrea now that I'm looking at this. So Andrea, I'm sorry. Number two, thank you. All right. Andrea, I'm going to the back end of this because I can't stop thinking about what Austin's saying, which is just give out your best stuff. Stop pretending that somebody else is going to steal it and somebody else is watching and they just give it. So I'm here in the back end. I'm just changing it up live. SoCal luxury home seller roadmap. And over here, like you can change this stuff. Partner with a like luxury real estate expert. You could change this up, add whatever you want, and lead with this. You could literally just showcase this and be like, listen, let me take you through what are these 11 steps that you need to watch out for to target or to sell your home in a luxury area. Here, let's go through this together, right? And tweak it, make it your own, make it special because that's your secret sauce. And then name it the Andrea Luxury Seller Roadmap too. Anyway, just wanted to add that because you reminded me of that, Austin.
And that's probably 11 individual videos that you could make to, and if you have that roadmap as a lead magnet in your bio to capture information, every video that you do from that 11-step roadmap, you could have a call to action at the end and say, if you want the entire roadmap, just click the link in my bio and grab it. And now you're starting to do the prospecting, right? You're capturing their information and then you can follow up. You can use a CRM, you can manually reach out to them, you can use something like High Level, or I'm sure there's a million agent specific automation CRMs out there. uh that's the whole journey, right? Creating content where people are at, staying top of mind, providing incredible information, giving them that small first tripwire of action. Because if you're only asking like, call me when you're ready to buy a house, that's such a few percentage of people. It's getting their attention and holding their attention in multiple areas, not just top of mind with content and letting them call you, getting them into your ecosystem. Maybe it's an email list, and then you're sending email reminders and you're touching them there. And then once you get them on your website, you can retarget with advertising to stay top of mind and ads in between the content that you're doing. It's this whole funnel of touch points everywhere that they live online.
Good point, man. Very good point. Let me answer one question and then I'm going to showcase something. I'm going to go back to Andrea. Andrea, I'm showcasing you because you had such a great question to start with. It kind of set the tone for everything. Kelly, is Breakthrough Broker good for mortgage brokers? Kelly, it's good for anybody in the real estate world that practices real estate, title, escrow, mortgage, you name it, even investors. Okay. As long as they're targeting the consumer, you're fine there. I want to showcase something really quick. I'm just going to go to Google because it'll help see things a little bit better. I mean, yes, we can go to trends like Austin said, but Andrea, what area are you in that you're trying to target luxury homes or luxury sellers or luxury buyers? What area is that? I want to see it and I want to play live with you. Okay, new I don't even know how to pronounce that. Braunfels? And we're gonna go with New Braunfels because I suck. Um, so typically, luxury homes. If I'm a consumer, I would probably type in buying a luxury home in New Braunfels or luxury homes in New Braunfels, Texas. Let's just go with that. I'm going to type that in, and this functions very similarly to what Austin was referring to at the beginning. But if I scroll down and I go to people also ask on Google, right? I just got the content outline for what to create. Like it's right there for you. Like you can create this. Austin, how would you use this to make a YouTube video, Instagram? Tell me.
Well, and another thing to expand on it, just click on one of them,
Okay,
anyone,
let's go. What is the richest neighborhood? Dude, that's a really good one.
right? And now minimize it or go to that link.
I'm gonna click on.
Just minimize it. I just want to show a point.
Oh, okay, got it. Go. There.
Uh, when you click and expand them, it autofills more. So if it adds to that list. So see, all
Oh,
of these are expanding. Boom. So you
boom.
have all of these additional related people also ask topics as well. So don't think that it's just the like 4 or 5 that initially pop up. When you continue to click on ones, it'll show you more related ones as well.
And I mean, this is the key right here for what Austin was saying earlier. Check that out. It says, these are questions people commonly search on Google, right? And what did we start with? The most visited website in the world? It's still Google. I mean, ChatGPT is going to take over, but it's Google for now.
Guys, can I break
So
in for one? Can I break in for one
yeah,
second on a couple questions? One question I'm seeing Connie is asking, how do I reach an older demographic who might not be on socials or these platforms? And one of my thoughts for Connie is you might reach the older demographics children. I know right now I might be messaging, hey, if your parents are looking to downsize, hey, if your aunts or uncles or have anyone you know that needs to downsize. I've been helping my dad downsize. We helped him downsize once. We're helping him again. So you might reach me, who's going to help my parents. Second, and this is old school, direct mail for that older demographic, which isn't part of this conversation, but direct mail would be how you could reach them directly. Anything to add to that, Austin? I think, would you agree?
Oh, I totally agree. And I do think some of these older methods still 100% work. But I'll also say you will be surprised that older demographics are, in fact, on
Yeah,
social media.
I agree.
A common misconception that I think a lot of people are over this now, but I still, will beat this dead horse. Everybody assumes that TikTok is only young. And yes, it gears younger demographic, but the perception is there because that's who's creating the most content on the platform. It's the lurkers that are the older demographic. It's username 4536299 with no profile image that is that older demographic of person that just has it on their phone and is scrolling, but they've never made a single video. And so you will still reach that person by talking about it because they signed up, they had their information, they're still interested in what they're interested in. They're training the algorithm based on their viewing patterns and search patterns. So it might not be all of the older demographic, but they are certainly on all of these platforms. It's undeniable when you look at how many users, country by country, are on each individual platform. You can't deny it.
I have a friend whose dad is 83 and he comments on my posts and I'm like, oh, Elaine, what are you doing on Facebook? But cool, good, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, my 90-year-old grandpa tweets. It's all he knows how to do. But he's on Twitter and he writes little witty one-liners. They are on social media.
That's a good point. And then Leslie, I think Leslie's asking, are you saying that content needs to be a mix, not just real estate specific? I think that's what this whole webinar is about. Like, and she says, like community activities or making content where there's a gap, like sci-fi movies. Of course, you can, if you like sci-fi movies, do content about sci-fi movies. And I think that's fantastic. Yes, Tristan?
Look,
A ton of content that's not real estate specific.
I'm going to answer it with a graph. Okay.
Okay, go for it.
And this right here, 2025 US Media Consumption Report. 93% of the media that people are consuming is social, right? That's pretty good. That means out of 100 people, 93% of them go to social consistently. 86% of them go to TV streamed, right? And then it scrolls down to show you how people consume media in general. So by far, they consume social media the most. When you're in social, that doesn't mean they're only going to Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. It means they vary and they go in on YouTube. You watch the span of YouTubers, consumers, it's from age 3, right? Watching, I don't know, Minecraft videos and Roblox to 100, where they're trying to figure out how to do something in the garden, right? That YouTube has the widest search by consumers than anyone. And then for us, the people, agents, mortgage brokers, title, escrow, we want to reach those people who own a home and have the equity to buy one and have maybe a great job. You're going to go to Facebook. Facebook, hands down, has the biggest, most massive opportunity. And a lot of you are wasting time trying to figure out how to show up on Facebook. It's like, just show up.
Yeah.
Austin blew up in a year on Facebook. I watched it happen because I watched him start his Facebook channel. I'm like, holy crap, dude. He went from like practically zero to over 1 million followers on Facebook.
Almost 2 million now.
Sean's asking your opinion on LinkedIn, Austin.
LinkedIn's great. I think I was just at a social media marketing conference 2 weeks ago. There was a lot of buzz around LinkedIn and video. They're always the slowest of adoption, but they just rolled out the video feed, basically a TikTok clone vertical video feed. If you're creating any videos in general, start putting them on LinkedIn immediately, because it's such an untapped market. I want to get a point out to an earlier thing, just to get it out of my head. But we know Jeff Fitzer, right? Jeff, fantastic guy. Jeff is a master at talking about real estate, but also showing lifestyle content. So he creates. He's a real estate agent in the Ozarks, right, on the lake there. But he also does videos about life in the Ozarks and on the water. And he's had some viral videos of like boat conversations and stuff like that that are not related to real estate, but related to life in that area that he happens to be an agent in. So there's so many different ways that you can create content.
Yeah, I'll put up what his link just so you could see how a micro influencer in an area can just blow up in a specific area, right? I just put it up. That's his TikTok, but he's also done it on other channels.
Someone asked what my Facebook profile is.
Oh,
Yeah, so with Facebook, it's my personal profile on professional mode that I have all of my embarrassing friends and family photos from when I was a teenager in high school. And I sacrificed my friends and family for reach. And so now I have millions of followers.
That's funny. Really quick, I want to showcase one more thing. We still have 20 minutes, so I want to showcase a few things. But this is newer, so you could see and put it in perspective all of the social platforms that you have an opportunity to connect with people on. But to me, the first two are
Yeah.
still your biggest opportunities. Like people talk about Facebook going away. I don't know that they talk about it as much anymore, but you have a much younger generation now, Gen Z, that it's going directly into Facebook, into groups. That's all they're going in for. Just groups, right? They're not going in to check on anybody else, just groups. But the more important thing for Facebook is that they're going in and checking for news, people in general, news. How's my family doing? And what's up with the latest thing? Same on YouTube, right? So I just think that that really puts it in perspective. So, Austin, shifting a little bit, YouTube, video, how should we be showing up on YouTube specifically? Because now they have short form, but I still think long form is really the key to this.
100%. Yeah, there's different strategies. Long form is going to be, educational, evergreen content, the occasional trend, if you're able to ride that tent pole of attention, which is basically a huge spike and then it drops off the face of the earth. Do a combination of that lifestyle content. I love what, going back to the Jeff example, I love what he's doing, life in the Ozarks, as complementary content. Shorts, do those house tour videos, do short bursts, viral oriented content. shorts have much higher chance of going viral than long form do, because they're just easier to create. You can also link related video from a short to a long form video. And so if you're only able to create one long form video per week or per month or something, maybe here's a great example. Maybe you do a long form video of those 11 steps on that roadmap that you brought up, one long video that highlights everything, and then 11 individual shorts on each one, and all of them link back into the long form video. So you have 11 short videos that all interconnect and link to the long form video. So you have all these signals.
Got it.
The long form video, you can have a link in the description to capture leads. Unfortunately, you can no longer have a clickable link in the description of shorts. You can in the comments. But if you point them all towards one asset, then you can capture leads that way. And so think about different strategies. I mean, like, partner with an existing luxury real estate expert. Create a 60-second video on exactly how to do that. Prep like a pro.
Yeah.
All of these are information that you can expand on. You can use a tool like Syllabi to write a script on those things for you. If you're already using an LLM like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, you can feed those topics in, or even find new related trending topics, get that script, and create videos however you want. If you want to show up on camera, fantastic. If you want an avatar of yourself, fantastic. If you want a faceless video so you don't have to show up, but you want to stay consistent, you don't like being on camera, or you're not allowed to be on camera, whatever reason that you give yourself, no problem. There's like no excuses anymore.
Can you showcase the keyword search on Syllabi?
Yeah,
because that's actually, that's a really good point that you brought up, because a lot of people, we even had a question right now that I answered, but Liliana, what about for mortgages? What type of post? I'd like to increase my followers, right? And I'm not sure if that's the right place to start yet, Liliana, but I love the first question. What about for mortgages? What type of post? So showcase that, Austin. How do we do this?
Yeah. So when you're logged into Syllabi, this is our main dashboard that has a couple options. But on the left-hand side, you're going to see some individual features that can help you with different things. This is the Discover Idea engine. We have the ability to real clone yourself. We create thumbnails for YouTube. We have a built-in video editor, a video and social media scheduler. You can check your analytics of videos through here. You can view all of the videos that you have created in there, your social media content calendar, and you are able to connect all of your social media accounts to schedule and publish. But to go to Discover Ideas here, and we can see across the board. So we index with Google, Google Trends, YouTube, Instagram for hashtags, Twitter, Pinterest, Bing, and TikTok. And so you can search across these platforms to find what people are searching for. So let's, I can type in home loan under Google search, and I can find all of these topics that people are actively searching for. So our home loan rate's going down. This is up 83%. You can see the trend line here. It's about 15,000 people per month are searching for this. How much will I get approved for on a home loan? Our home loans, what home loans are assumable? What home loan do I qualify for? So this is a great way to find individual topics all in one place.
The home loan one, just the home loan one alone, I think it was Liliana. I would just add your city and state to it. And then that's how I would start these videos or content, because now, oh, say perfect. Thank you. So he's going to add Los Angeles. I'm in Los Angeles, obviously. So he's going to just add that component to it. And now we can see a lot more of what we should be talking about. Is a home loan a mortgage? Oh, interesting.
So it's not showing any Home Loan Los Angeles. So it doesn't look like there's a whole lot right now for Los Angeles specifically. However, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't create the topic because, again, going back to the algorithms, they are going to put that in front of the right people.
Yeah, and also search it on TikTok as well, right? Because if we go on TikTok, thank you, that could be a whole different result. And I love that you can go through all of those, Austin, because it helps me out. I'm always on this one, by the way, because I'm on Syllabi too. So I'm always on this searching. Because the number one thing that we should be thinking about is how do we connect with the audience we want to bring in so that we can get more business, right? And that's prospecting. This is the way prospecting works now. We've got to attract those people. Completely different idea than we had before, but still along the same lines, which is building relationships.
Home loan quick and low credit, home loan qualifications by income, home loan qualifications, home loan process.
Austin, how much is Syllabi? Somebody's asking here.
25 bucks a month. But if you enter the code Tristan, which I created for you guys just now,
That's funny.
it's 30% off either the first month or the entire year. So it's a one-time coupon, so you can make it's a 7-day free trial as well. So it'll either be 30% off the first month or 30% off the already discounted by 15% annual plan. So it's a total of 45% off the entire year if you use the code Tristan.
Got it. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
Of course.
How would we use something like this to help us with video?
Great question. Let me show you. So if we wanted to create, let's see, home loan qualifications, we can click create on this. Let's go faceless video. And in Syllabi, you can create videos in a lot of different ways. So AI visuals for faceless videos. We have a video vault, which is stock, like a single background video with text overlaying on top of it. B-roll videos will automatically select relevant clips and stitch them together, or you can enter in URL to video in here. So you can, one cool thing you can do is paste in a Redfin or a Zillow URL.
I can grab my listing on Zillow?
Yeah, and create a house tour listing there. I'll show an example of that, but you can set presets on all of these options to save a lot of time, but you can create videos in a lot of different languages. You can control the subtitles. You can have your own AI voice clone in there or use one of our different diverse voices. You can do a long form or landscape video or a portrait vertical video, short or long, video length. Now, I'll also say we generate scripts up to 10 minutes. However, it'll create a video for you if you paste in your own script that's longer. So you can actually, if you're using Claude or ChatGPT to write like a 40-minute long video script, you can still create it in Syllabi. Cool. We just generate the script for you. So all of these different art styles that we have on these types of topics, real estate, medical, law, whatever, I tend to go with hyperrealism because it's going to generate realistic images. We have character consistency now too. So if you want to have one consistent character throughout the video or the story, you can do that. That's a fairly unique thing to Syllabi. Character consistency is very difficult.
Austin, on that, this is a personal question for me because I know where we're heading as a world.
Yeah.
I grew up with Tony the Tiger and the cereal. You know, I forgot the cereal name, but I remember Tony the Tiger. Oh, Frosted Flakes. That's what it is.
Yep.
Tony the Tiger. And that was what was it? That's the mascot for I'm looking at AI character building as giving us business owners the ability to create our own mascot AI brand recognition that shows up consistently and talks for us. How soon am I going to be able to go to this character consistency and kind of build my own character that then shows up consistently? Because that's what I'm interested in.
Next month.
Okay, perfect. So then I could get a let's say a guy with crazy hair and glasses, and that's going to be my guy that's going to talk about housing data. Like every time that's my housing data guy. And then I'm going to go to like somebody else, right? Maybe more smooth, talks about processes. Okay, cool. Got it. Thank you, bud.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, we're working on lip sync with it as well. So you'll be able to have that character and have lip sync and have them talking and have them in every scene and schedule published to every social media platform, basically the whole 9 yards.
Perfect.
So back to our topic here that we found home loan qualifications, and we can even add like in Los Angeles. Um, oops, that right. And let's, yeah, for time sake, I'm going to generate that script, which will be a 1 minute script. And there we go. So this is a script about home loan qualifications in Los Angeles. I encourage you when you're using AI, fact check, double check everything. Don't use it as a full replacement. Use it as a productivity enhancement tool. Add your own unique flair, add a call to action in there. Call me at 555-555-5555 to get a free quote or whatever. Enter your website, enter whatever you want. And literally all you need to do then when you're happy with your script is click generate video. And then we're going to instantly show you other related topics. Now, while the idea discovery engine are real people searching for those terms, these are AI generated, but they are relevant to the topic. And this is allowing the algorithm to, on all of these platforms, to continue to surface other content. So why are Los Angeles home approvals becoming harder? Secret hacks of qualifying for a home loan in Los Angeles. Hidden fees on home loans in LA you didn't know about, what's changing in 2024, that should be 2025, obviously. Discover the top 5 little known ways to improve your home loan eligibility in Los Angeles. And you can continue to go down this rabbit hole of clicking on one of these, generate scripts, customizing this however you want, generate video, and now it's generating another video in the background.
Nice. Oh, there it is, rendering. Okay.
Yep. So it'll be rendering there. What else do you want to see in Syllabi?
Dude, well, I think you covered a good amount there. So people do have questions here. If you want to go through some of the questions as the video is generating. But can you clone yourself to an AI character with a script and video?
Yep, you can create your own AI avatar and your own AI voice. And you can type in any script or use the idea discovery to script and create a video with your likeness.
I have a question separately. And look, if we're missing questions, please just type them in there. I know there's a few hundred of you on here, so we won't be able to
Great
answer.
turnout, by the way, here. This is awesome how many people are in here.
Yeah,
I hope this information has been helpful and this
dude,
conversation is helpful for
totally.
everybody.
Here's a question I have because I'm going to go back to Andrea at the beginning. She brought up, I want luxury, I want multi-million, my consumer. We connected it to Breakthrough Broker backend showcasing value, right? Let's start with value. How then do we connect all 3 things? The idea of targeting millionaires, right? That can afford what I want, what I have. Content, the value through Breakthrough Broker. And then bringing in something like your company, Austin, where I'm making a video that now showcases the value and then is targeting that audience. How do we bring that all together?
Starting with outlining all of the things that you're able to talk about doing some research online. Like I would start by creating probably a spreadsheet, Google Sheet, something like that. This was for instance, practice when I owned my agency that pre AI, we uh, we took everybody that we worked with through this practice. We would outline 4 to 5 categories of content. You can use you can use questions that you currently get. You can use search terms. You can use trending topics from syllabi or people also asked or TikTok's creative studio area or YouTube's trending idea area, and outline 4 or 5 categories of content: frequently asked questions, viral topics, trending topics, competitor videos that have performed exceptionally well in the last 30, 60, 90 days, as well as some outside the box ideas. Go back to Lisa Dubois, who's doing house tours in a whispering ASMR style video. Or playing hide and seek. She's like, just experimental ideas. I've brought up the idea before of do a house tour video and then have like someone in a Bigfoot costume in the backyard go from one tree to another tree and don't mention it, but just have it be like a little funky Easter egg. Or I saw, I don't know if you remember this this viral post. I'll tie this all back in, but there was a house tour or a house on Redfin years ago, that beautiful house. As you're scrolling through the pictures, you get to the basement and it's basically a sex dungeon. Sorry, everybody. So I don't know if you remember. There was all of these.
I actually do remember that one. That was crazy.
It was so crazy viral that it got millions of shares. I guarantee that house sold, right? So like, think about all of the, like, just follow the format of, searches, trends, viral videos that have worked for competitors, batshit crazy off the wall ideas that you think might work. And then in those categories, you want to list like 10 or 15, right? Yeah. So now you have 45 or 60 videos that you can systematically create.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
I think we need a part 2, Eric.
I think so too.
Creating, because we could go for another hour, creating content that should, so Austin, yeah, let's do a part 2. We can have like probably closer to 8.
Anytime.
People understand who you are and what you do. Creating the content that will attract the audience that we want.
Yes.
So that we can close more transactions. Let's make it that. You're good with
Yes.
that?
We're down. I'm down. I'm ready. I'd love it, Austin.
All right, so let's do this because we have Sean Cannell next month.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know, Austin, if you could do August.
I'd love to. We'll make it happen.
Okay. Eric, we'll do Austin for August.
Thank
Content
you.
that attracts clients to close. Something like that.
Love it. Austin, thank you. We appreciate it at Breakthrough Broker. So, and Tristan, as always, and I'll call you to catch up this afternoon. We have a few
guys. Appreciate you all.
Bye,
If
everybody.
you can't reach either of them, just reach out to me. I'll connect you to either Eric at Breakthrough Broker or Austin at Syllabi. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Austin, thank you.
Thank you all.